Hello, welcome back. Last time I spent a long time doing a frequency analysis and came up with not a great solution, but one that I find perfectly satisfactory. Hey, sexy. I am Masha 9000, freshly created in Novosibirsk facility not such a long time ago. Programmed with many moves and techniques to make you feel the best. My material and construction are top quality. I can come to you in unmarked container and free shipping to the world. Click to see my pictures. I'm gonna click. Nothing happened. Future spam. It's pretty funny. Airline cocktail mixer. I was inspired by a flight I was on recently. Most of the drinking options were whatever the flight attendants could throw together, just a mixer in a small selection of liquors. A drink mixing device could be made in an easily portable case, and I could dispense a wide variety of drinks for customers. I did my homework and called several airlines to gauge their interest, and reception to the idea was good. So I think we should go ahead and try to develop this product. I've also designed out an initial selection of drink ingredients and mixes, which I've sent along. In the meantime, while the engineering effort moves forward, I will create my marketing plan and marketing and rollout plan. Hang on, who are you and what have you done with our Joe? He's still Joe. He's going and flying and drinking and stuff. It's just that he also did his homework when he got back. All right. Keypad is an XBus input connected to a keypad. Keypad. XBus. Right. It doesn't say non-blocking, so I'll assume blocking. Vodka, gin, lemon, lime, cranberry, and vermouth are simple outputs connected to mechanisms that dispense those ingredients at a rate of half an ounce per time unit. When a value is available from the keypad, read it and assemble the corresponding cocktail recipe from the Elegant Bachelor, which can be found in the supplemental data of the manual. The Elegant Bachelor. Making the most of a few simple ingredients. It is a given that the Elegant Bachelor will have a wet bar for entertaining friends or that very special guest. So I'm noticing something. The way this text is aligned, this is real text. But it's made to look like it's a scan of a... Oh, that's hilarious. Like, this is just actual font here that I can select and copy if I want to. Anyway, but stocking all the various liquors needed to fully equip a bar can be quite expensive, a cost that would easily run into the thousands of dollars. Yeah, like I can see especially the way, like, this lines up. I mean, that's as much my PDF renderer as anything. It doesn't like this very slight rotation of text. Thousands of dollars. Fortunately, the science of mixology has shown us that a respectable variety of drinks can be made with a few key ingredients: vodka, gin, and dry vermouth. That's how you say that, right? In the alcohol department, and sweetened lemon, lime, and cranberry for the mixes. With just these 6 components, a number of classic cocktails are eminently possible with for the Elegant Bachelor to serve to his evening company. Here we present them along with sample talking points. Vodka shot. This is sure to get the party started. So 3 time units of vodka. Lemon drop. When life hands you lemons, make lemon drops is what I always say. Cosmopolitan. Now here's a sophisticated drink for a discerning gentleman or lady. Cape Cod. Did you know that cranberries used to be called craneberries? It's true. I'd call that into question, but I haven't done the research. Vodka martini. Here's an ingenious variation on the classic martini. Okay. Gimlet? The perfect cocktail for a fine evening with good company. Gin martini. The martini is one of those drinks that has simply never gone out of style. Alright then. So, got a recipe list here. Now, so 7 selections. This is giving me... There may not be an obvious way to map this to, say, a bunch of data that I pack in here. Especially since there's a variable number of... Okay, so hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Exactly 14 component amounts. So I may need a 2-level map here. A map to initial index and... Which number means... I don't know. So I'm imagining, like, a controller knows that, you know, I'd put, well, 1.5 equals 3. So I'd say you start at index 0. And the problem is, how do you know that that's vodka? Everything, no. Most of these start with vodka, these do gin instead. So I can't cheat that way. None involve both of that same ingredient, though. Okay, so first component's always either vodka or gin. There's no mixing of the two. Oh boy! 4, 5, 6, 3, 1, 7, 2, 3. So for the tests, the order certainly no, it's simultaneous, of course. So pour everything together, just stop when I've reached the target amount of each individual ingredient. And that's all. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, the entire puzzle here, well, the entire part 1 of the puzzle, which is very significant, is to, figure out how to translate this information into data that I can feed to this mechanism. 6 outputs. This is the only one that has half an ounce of something. Doesn't really matter though. So just double all of these amounts when inputting data. I mean, the spec is simple, the output is simple, the input is very simple, but what goes in between is not at all. Ah, now, okay, so... Zero to 2 extra ingredients after the alcohol. This is alcohol, right? I don't even know what this word means or how to say it. But anyway, so gin and vodka are the basic ingredients here. And I'm treating all the rest of these as... I mean, this is obviously laid out for this. It's very intentional that way. Right, of course. So this will be necessary to keep the pin count down. So I'm going to have to... So if I'm interfacing with this, maybe I can work backward and make this make sense. If I'm interfacing with DX300s... You go away, go away. I could perhaps encode my data as... Yeah, that's the challenge. How do I encode this data? Because I have only this much space. I could encode it as, like... No, I don't know the end of that sentence. It's not always 1 ounce of the other ingredient, but in every recipe except this one, it is exactly 1 ounce of one other ingredient, but I can't really index. I guess, yeah, I'm looking for shortcuts. I could interpret the first number in my data for each recipe as 100 for less than 6, 010 otherwise for that number of time units. For the rest, okay, so the output again, right, so once a button is pressed, everything pours simultaneously and just is done when it's done. What about 2 of these? Could I fit all of the data into 2 of them? Actually, oh wait, what about this? Okay, so the highest number of time units is 6. Could I, okay, so here's an idea. It'll be a little expensive. So what if I would do this? I have an index and a duration for each of the buttons. And what that does is, for example, vodka shot has index of 0, duration of 3, and the data here is 100, 100, 100. I do need a corresponding one for this. That's 0, 0, and 0 for that. Okay, so that's programmed in vodka shot. So I could just, like, for each time unit, read the value of this, feed it to that. When I've counted the number of units that the recipe takes, then I just stop. And I would have another one of these. Yeah, okay, so this would just map. Okay, so I could directly put this number in here, and this would be, this is nothing. This is 0, this is 1, 2, 3. That next one would be 3 ounce vodka, 1 ounce lemon mix. 3 ounce vodka. Okay, so that's... The problem is... There are lots of them. How many 100s is that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, the idea would be that'd be index 3, and the lemon is also there. So that's actually, this can all be done with just this. Still all zeros down there. So 1 ounce lemon mix means this is actually 101 for the first 2. Then 100 for the rest. Okay, and then the next index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think this is the solution I'm going to go with, just exploring it to see how far it could go. Vodka lime cranberry, 4 units. No gin or lemon. And then lime cranberry. Okay, so index 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know this is always 7. So that's 1 ounce lime, 1 ounce cranberry. 110. 110. 0, 0. So I programmed in the first 3, and now I'm out of space. So in addition to these indexes, I would need to know which bank of those to switch to, because I would need a second pair of these, possibly even a third one to encode all the data. Well, would I? So let's just count time units. 3, 9, plus 4, hang on, let's just count numbers, then I'll multiply by 2 afterwards. So 1.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5. I'm just counting the total, like the longest time there. 11.5, 14.5, 17.5. Okay, so times 2 is 35. I love it. It's exactly one more than the amount I could fit in 2 of these. 35, not 34, 35. Okay, so that's discouraging me from taking this idea any further. So I probably want a combination. I want some microcontroller smarts that knows when I'm choosing gin or vodka, and just inserts that information somehow on top of the other ingredients list. If I did that, and I didn't just go by time unit, Is the first ingredient always the largest quantity? Yes. What if... This is fascinating. Where can I pick at this puzzle? Like, I feel like I need to solve the entire design challenge in my head before I can put anything on the board beyond these. I just don't know how to iteratively do this. But what if I started with a program that just dispenses the appropriate amount of vodka or gin for each button press? Okay. If I'm saying I'm going to do those differently from the rest of the ingredients, then sure, I can do that. Like, given the amount of data here, the large amount of data and the small amount of space I have, what I don't want to do is follow my normal instincts and make a generic solution that could input just any recipe list here. Like, I need to be very specific to what I'm programming here. So I'm okay with vodka being indexes 1 to 5, and gin being everything beyond there. Those are both in the same DX300. Now, if I wanted to, if it were convenient somehow, I could probably cross the lines a little bit. It's not very convenient, but if somehow that made sense, I could do something like that. But why would I do that? I have no reason to at all. Okay, so it's either 100 or 10 for the duration of that. Are there any other commonalities that I can pull out here? So 1 ounce lemon, 1 ounce lime, 1 ounce cranberry, 2 ounce cranberry, 1 ounce dry vermouth, 1 ounce lime, 1 ounce dry vermouth. What about this? All the individual combinations of unit and ingredient. So we have 1, 2, 3 different quantities of vodka. 4, that's the only place this is ever used. 5, same one. 6, 7, different quantity. 8, same one. 9. That didn't really tell me much of anything. So I was thinking, like, I could put that data somewhere that, like, certain index into this table is 1.5 ounce of vodka, a certain index into this table is 3 ounces of gin, etc. And just have a list of indexes into that table for this, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay. I'm gonna sit and think quietly for a moment. Alright, I got a super dumb idea, and I gotta see if wire routing is gonna be possible for it. What if we do this with no DX300s? Could I route a set of... Oh boy, I think with this space the answer is probably no, but could I? Is there some way I could make it so that I could fit... See, like, that's impossible there. Okay, what would it take? Not that much. I can route that like that, and that's nice. What would it take to wire these all to MC4000s? I have an idea here that I think would totally work. Oh, this is not that hard, actually. That works just fine. Just have to do something like this. Yes, okay. Oh shoot, but the routing has to be something very specific. It's already laid out exactly perfectly for this. Okay, yeah, so the super obvious putting DX300 in there is perhaps a trap. I have a better idea. So I did a little analysis on ingredient combinations. Vodka never shows up with gin. Lemon mix never shows up with lime mix. Cranberry mix never shows up with dry vermouth. So I had the idea of what if I had one microcontroller per each of those pairs of ingredients, which would just listen for a number on the keypad and then just have a hard-coded gen instruction for that. It could gen just fine, do one single output, and not have to worry about turning off another thing. And if the pairs of ingredients that never show up together work out with the wiring, then I'll never have a conflict. So now the next question is... So it's going to be very easy to fit this in here. You're just a repeater. Are you even? So this is blocking, right? So I need to repeat because three of these want to consume the input. So now the question is, can I code all the combinations? There's almost definitely room to make one or more of these into an MC6000. I might not need this for all of them. I only need that if I need to do multiple tests. Okay, so for vodka. Okay, so what are all the unique cases for this? I think this is going to be the most complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4 unique cases. Okay, but then these are split by... Okay, I might need some pre-processing on the numbers there. So 2 and 5 both want to dispense 3. 3 and 4 both want to dispense 2. 1 wants to dispense 1.5. And then 6 and 7... I want to do a thing with gin. So 6 units of gin. TDT AC 5. Gen P0. 6, 0. Otherwise, I don't know about flow control here. Yeah, so this one I think is the most complicated. I'm not sure yet. Let's write a simple one first. Cranberry and vermouth. This is involved in 2. This is involved in 2 that are together. Okay, yeah, so... I do need to do 2 compares. Now I could repeat these more, but I don't want to. Let's try this. Let's try the simplest thing. If you are... Okay, so we're doing cranberry and vermouth. Cranberry is only involved in... Oh shoot, it's 2 different quantities of cranberry though. So there are 3 things that that controller does. Okay, so what about lime and lemon? There are only 2 things you do. Let's do this one first and see how it works out. I can obviously move this out and expand it. I can obviously move this out and expand it. This one is fine at its current size. Yeah, shush. So if you are 2, lemon drop, then you will gen P0, which connects to this. 2 units, right? 2, 0. I think I want that jump just so I can do additional conditionals afterward and not have to worry about re-enabling stuff. Lime is either 3 or 4, 5, 6. Six. The Cosmopolitan and the Gimlet. Those both have 1 ounce of lime in them. So if this condition goes off, then this will happen. If it doesn't go off, then I'll see if it needs to go off from this. Okay, so that control flow works. Ooh, gen P1. 1 ounce. 1 ounce. 2, 0. Okay, great. So you're done. You are the simplest one. This same sort of logic will not fit in these 2. So this used all but one of its lines. There's no way I'm going to be able to be that efficient here. So let's expand. Since I have all this horizontal space, let's move this intersection way farther left. Way farther left. Way farther left. As far left as I possibly can. It's going to have to join that. Well, okay. It doesn't have to go. Well, it depends what I do. Okay, so anyway, oh, shoot. That just became a little less convenient. I can't move this farther left. That had to be in that exact position. Does this have to be in this exact position, or could I, like... Okay. You're getting complicated now. Hold on, am I absolutely sure I can't do this with the 4000? Let's attempt it at least. Right, so no. That only goes that far. X0 connects to that, X0 connects to that. So... I could have an additional microcontroller in between mapping those numbers to something that's more friendly for comparison here to get the line count down. So if I physically can't move this and I absolutely need more instructions to just do the comparison here, then that's an option, like an inline reprocessor thing. Okay, so what are your responsibilities? Cranberry, vermouth. Okay, so cranberry is 3 and 4. Vermouth is 5 and 7. But the quantities are different, so... Alright, vermouth first. 5 and 7. Gen P0, 2. I think I do want to do that. 0. Okay, so then the cranberry. Oh, this is totally super fine. This, of course this fits. This is no problem at all. Tech AC 3, Gen P1, 2. Plus Gen P1, 2. That fits exactly. Tech AC. What's the other one? Cape Cod 4. Gen... Oh, I keep forgetting. You need another argument. P1, how much? 4. 4 units, and there we go. Fits perfectly. Great. Okay, now up here I definitely have room to move things around and make you a 6000 if you need to be. And you are the most complicated one, right? Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate quantities of ingredient you need to dispense. And 2 of them share, or 2 of them don't share a number, or one of them corresponds to 2 numbers. But how far would I get if I just wrote this out like this? I will probably need to expand you. Okay, so I can have these share... Yeah, so anything greater than 5, you do that. Why would I jump? Well, because I don't want to Oh, but I won't ever... No, I don't need to jump at all. In fact, in these I probably don't also. Yeah, because if it's 2, it's not 3, and it's not 6. Technically that's 1 instruction fewer, because if it's... Okay, so for efficiency, this jump is good. But if I need to save lines, I don't need the jump. What about you? Yeah, so 1 jump is quicker than 2 tests that I know will fail in that case, so that's fine. Okay, great. I just can't do a TGT, for example, to detect these, because then that would hit on 6 and 7. But if I'm testing exactly... Okay, so Tech AC, Vodka Martini or Lemon Drop. 5 or 2. Yeah, no, this is the... No, it's still going to do the test. So this will still... Yeah, so without the jump, that test will still fail and it still won't do the additional gen. Gen P1, how much? Vodka Martini and Lemon Drop are 3 ounces, so 6, 0. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, I see that I need to expand my instruction space to continue this pattern, and I can just do that. Can I? Yeah, sure, watch. I just gotta move things left. Not that far. Check it. Worked great. Okay, cool. Alright, all the wires are out, and everything's gonna be great. So right, where was I? I've done 5 and 5? What? No, this is TGT. Okay, so I've done 6, 7, 5, and 2. Yeah, you're the most complicated because you respond to every number here. So tech ac 3 minus tech ac 4. So that's for the 2 ounces. Gen P1 4 0. And then the 3 unit is for 1. Done. What's wrong? Oh, right. Just that. Not done. Okay. So this failed. Because I never moved the thing to AC here. Okay, well, that would do it. I can eliminate this instruction because I need the space. It's only a small efficiency loss. And actually, I could gain the efficiency here. So I want these as early as I can get them. I don't get it for this pair, but the returns diminish the farther down it goes. The more tests I can skip by going back to the beginning, the better. So I want my jump weights as early as I can get them. And yeah, so I'm sacrificing line count for power usage. Seems like a good trade-off to me. Works great. Okay. So that puzzle's all about... Oh, really? Here? Somebody went too fast. And consumed 2 of these in the same time unit before another one finished its job. Okay, who did that? Do I have a breakpoint there? Now I do. Okay, that makes sense. So I have a small timing issue. Basically, you went so slow with all your tests, probably, that someone else read another number and used it up. Who? And in what case? So in the 1 case, we're outputting a 1 to all of those. It'd be nice if I could use a simple pin for that, but all my simple pins are busy, of course. Ah, right, okay, so who consumes it first matters. I got an idea. Check this out. There, no more contention. There we go. That'll fix it on its own. That way you're not all listening to the same line. I'm just repeating it to 3 pins instead of repeating it 3 times to the same pin. Go away, breakpoint. I'm good now. Let's go. Okay, cool. All right. This puzzle could have been a nightmare, but like all of the puzzle is just in figuring out how to organize data. This one surprises me a little bit. This makes sense, more or less. This makes total sense, but why here? What's power inefficient about this? Huh. Okay, well, I was expecting to be more over here. I guess all those tests, sure, they do have a cost. That's interesting. I really expected this to be very good in the power usage, but it's not. Okay, well, it's fine. It's just not as good as I expected. Hey, I wanted to say thanks for sticking with me when things weren't going so hot. I know I was struggling for a while there and came up with some really bad ideas that went nowhere, but I have a better handle on things now, and that's thanks to your willingness to be patient with me. So yeah, I really appreciate that. If you wanted, maybe we could get dinner or something sometime? Disregard previous message. Hit the wrong button again. I knew that's what he was going to say. Ah, this poor guy just writes out all these, like, sheepish apologies and doesn't mean to send them, but occasionally they slip out. And he wants to just act like nothing happened. But everybody knows now. I mean, this is all these emails are coming to me. He's sending to everybody. This is a reply all. If you're going to do that At least like delete the recipient list in your email until you're absolutely sure you want to send it. That's a pro tip for you. Okay, so just the big one left. All right, cool. We're heading toward something. All right, I'll see you next time for the big one.